A major listing just occurred that you need to hear about. It benefits the Ripple XRP family. We'll talk price at the end. Along with Portugal denying crypto to its citizens. What's going on here? And BTC and the alts dip based on macro concerns.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
I mean, at least XRP's green on the screen. But before we get into the crypto news, you, the viewer, are the most important. That's why even on holidays, I bring you the news. And yes, I'm going to be traveling. I'm still going to be bringing you the news. Reverend Funky's hanging out with us from up north, says the Canadian dollar's been in the shitter since we left the gold standard. Yeah, and the reason a lot of these governments don't want to go back to the gold standard, because in a way, it holds them accountable to their money printing. JG Bourne says, I'm afraid the next video is going to talk about support at 210. Nuh-uh. I've got a little bit to say about what happens content-wise in the next video, and we're not going to talk about 210 today. Danny TR556 says, oh my god, I love this man's energy. Every time I watch him, I can't stop laughing, and the show also come with good knowledge. Well, thank you. Bro is definitely Kesha of crypto world. And you're like, Kesha? Yeah, check it out, girlfriend. Hey, if that's who I remind you of, I'm going for it, because homegirl is rocking it at 37 years old. Bitcoin's sitting at 94,410. We're going to talk about macros putting pressure on the cryptos, but I think it's unfounded. I think there's a market overreaction. I think there's going to be opportunities. ETH 3290, while XB's at 231 price at the end. BNB's close to 700. Bhutan did a little bit of strategic reserves at BNB. ADA's at 92 cents, while Sol's at $1.94. My creation. Is it real? That's right. Even on Twitter, you're sharing your comments. Loving the weird science tribute, big brain moves. Now, we all know how tig your woman's biddies are now, though. Oh, yes, I didn't hide it with that head cover, did I? What do we got going on today? Ooh, why Bitcoin fell below 96,000 after a U.S. economic report. Yeah, we got to talk about this. No doubt investors are scrambling to get out of riskier assets and flocking to traditional safe haven assets like U.S. bonds. The 5+% drop in BTC wasn't limited to the crypto market. It also coincided with sell-off across other markets, wiping out over $625 billion in stocks in one day. Traders are clearly on edge, acting with extreme caution, even before the Fed signals a rate hike. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. I think people are overreacting to this. Bitcoin falls below 92,000 as inflation jitters rattle crypto prices. Now, speaking of inflation jitters, what do I got for you? A member-only video that talks about exactly that. Some of the big risks and fears of the market. Jake Ostrovkivitz, an OTC trader at Metermute, told Decrypt that crypto prices have been tightly correlated with traditional assets since the Fed's FOMC meeting. That's why we cover them live, in which policymakers signaled a more cautious approach. Traditional assets have been pricing out the Fed's rate cuts amid signs of the U.S. economy remain strong, and this had a pronounced effect on the crypto market as inflow spurred by a wave of post-election hype is cooling down. But I have to ask you, that post-election hype cooling down, is it going to turn back on when Trumpito and our pro-crypto friends take office on the 20th of January? Would be nice. 2 months ago, no one would even look at this, Ostrovsky said. But because the Fed has put the earnest on inflation data, investors and traders are looking at every single bit of data. Yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because what happened was this. You had the Purchaser Manager Index for Services sector released on Tuesday. Basically, that came in higher than expected. People started freaking out. We're starting to talk about inflation. Now, in terms of a fear of inflation right now and rate hikes, look, inflation, definite concern. In terms of rate hike, no, not really. I think that's an overreaction. The next meeting is in 21 days or so, and right now a 95.2% chance that we're gonna pause, everyone. Now, in terms of data being higher, no, not gonna come in higher at all. In fact, over the last week, data has stayed fairly similar. Now, a month ago, there was a call to raise rates, but you're not getting that now, and here's the problem. You got other players out there that have already cut rates way more, and they're leaving the U.S. behind. That's not good. Portugal's major bank blocks fiat transfers to crypto platforms amid growing regulatory concerns. Okay. So as the U.S. is becoming more pro-crypto, as the Bhutan government, which I shared with you earlier today, is being more pro-crypto, as we're starting to see Operation Choke Point 2.0 starting to lighten up, I do like it rough. I do like it naughty. Have your safe words in play. But as we see Choke Point 2.0 is lightening up, we're watching other countries out there take a stricter approach. So remember, this whole crypto thing isn't all like sunshines, rainbows, and lollipops and BJs and all that. No, there's some naughtiness mixed into it, and not the good naughtiness that we like. Portugal's Banco do Investimentos Globais, otherwise known as BIG, has suspended fiat transfers to cryptocurrency platforms, supplying compliance with the European Central Bank guidance on risks associated with virtual assets. This decision was brought to attention after an email to customers warning about the bank's new policy. This move follows increasing regulatory scrutiny of the crypto markets in Europe, including the European Union push for stricter guidelines with MiCA. Now, despite this shift from BIG, other major Portuguese banks like Caixa General Depositors are reportedly still processing crypto stuff. Well, that's good. But the fact that we have banks, though, telling people, no, you can't get into crypto, no, girlfriend, come on now. So, I've heard from the UK fans having their stuff shut down crypto purchase-wise. I've heard from Australian fans, heard from Canadian fans. I've heard from fans in the US having crypto transactions blocked. Well, I guess now we could add Portugal to the list. That is not where I'm going to be traveling to, just throwing it out there. Little bit of tidbit for the channel. Channel members saw the video earlier today where I talked about traveling and taking the show on the road. It's going to be exciting. That's why you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. Ripple's RLUSD gets listed on a major European exchange. Titties in the face, jumblies. And remember, we're talking about this because of all the MiCA regs taking effect and because of the launch of their product. Bitstamp, the leading European cryptocurrency exchange, has listed RLUSD according to a Wednesday announcement. The exchange has added a total of 6 pairs. That's actually really, really good. RLUSD 0, it's all listed there if you want to read it. Monica Long, Ripple's president, said the company would announce more listings in the near future, and she wasn't wrong, because a day after she made the announcement that more listings are going to happen, you're seeing more listings. According to data provided by CoinGecko, the stablecoin boasts a market cap of 73 million, and by the way, RLUSD's volume was number 4 of all stablecoins. Yeah, keep that in mind. Now, in terms of, is this going to help us price-wise with XRP? Well, we're going to find out. Oh, the announcement from Bitstamp, which, by the way, check it out, January 8th of 2025. Oh, you mean that's today? Yes, it is. You mean Klaus is bringing us hot news every day, breaking hot news? Yes, he is. He's so awesome. I think you all should hit the subscribe button because he's really, really cool. And he packs a lot of heat. And when you measure him, he's taller when he lays on his back than when he stands. Well, thank you, voiceover actor. That's right. People should hit the subscribe button because I bring in breaking news every day. Now, in terms of helping us out with the XRP price, you can see already right away we're swinging into BTC dominance more and more. What's the deal with that? Well, the deal is pretty simple, right? BTC goes down 1%, the alts go down 4%. BTC goes up 5%, the alts go up 1%. So that's what it means when you start swinging it on over to BTC season. Now, XRP, okay, there was a little bit of a dipperoni where some of you players out there want to buy sub 225 had an opportunity to do so today, but we rebounded right back up, which is a really, really good sign. Volume is absolutely bonkers, up 22% to $8.3 billion, which, by the way, as long as volume stays hot, right? Exchanges are going to want to list products associated with that, right? So when it comes to an XRP ETF, hell yeah, they would want to list one. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of people that want to play in that pool. And when they want to play in that pool, that makes exchanges money. And when exchanges make money, they want to list more products regarding things that are going to make them money. And then when they make money on those products and then the volume is there, then they're going to want to list even more products. So it's really cool to see XRP staying relevant in this whole move. Is it a shocker? No. It's just really nice, though. It's going to be even nicer on the 20th when we get new leadership at the SEC. It's going to be even nicer on the 20th when we get new leadership at the CFTC. Yeah, Rostin Benham, you're a scumbag too. Goodbye, Biz Nacho. We also are going to have a crypto czar taking over. Atkins is going to be hanging out. These are some good signs. Now, the lowercase c crash, lowercase c, all right, I'm not going big case c. Lowercase c crash had us in like the mid 240 range, pushed it down to sub 230, but right now we're floating around that 231, 232 mark. Like I said, volume is good, but there's opportunities out there. We talked about this. We said, hey, the volatility for XRP and the rest of the crypto world is going to be absolutely wild. which is good. Why? Because it's going to keep it relevant and spicy. We would rather crypto be absolutely wild than boring AF. When I zoom out here, okay, watch what happens when I zoom out. Okay, I'm going to go to the one-day candlestick. You see this? This is excitement. You see all these big volume bars down here on the screen? Check this out. Like this volume bar right here, okay? 2.37 billion. Compare it to sometime in September, 213 million. So 10x the volume now compared, and that's what I'm saying. There's so much more volume, so much more oomph going on right now. We're staying relevant and exciting. Zoom out a little bit and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is great. I love seeing these moves here because it's bringing more attention, more traders, more capital into the crypto markets. Stable coins on the sideline are near record-breaking heights. And that usually means what, everyone? That players are going to take those stables and get into alts once they feel more comfortable. Now, if you believe in sub $2 XRP, well, basically every 7 to 10 days you get an opportunity to do so. Does that mean we're due? Because the last time we had that opportunity of sub $2 XRP, that was December 30th. So, are we going to go back to that sub $2? Are players going to be able to play that 20% swing in a several day move as if we've seen already 3 times with XRP in the last month and a half? Well, we're going to find out. And when I find out, I'm going to share it with you so that we can find out. That's a lot of finding out, isn't it? In regards to the market overreacting when it comes to macros, I totally get it. Why? Because the Fed for a while was signaling a lot of juicy cuts for a long time. And we were like, okay, this is cool. This is great for us. Venture capital want to get in. And then the Fed is like, you know what? We're only going to cut it twice in 2025 instead of 4 times. Market shits itself. Okay, cool. Buying opportunity, right? So let's look at the silver lining, buying opportunity. Then the market rebounds and pretty much wipes out all the negativity that the Fed gave us. Then we get another economic report, a minor one, that shakes the market more because it's like, well, hey, inflation might be rearing its ugly head. And if inflation rears its ugly head, it could definitely slow down the move of crypto. Could it kill the move? I don't think so. But I definitely think it could slow it down. That's why you would want lower rates so that VC can get in and take more risk in riskier assets like crypto. But if we're only going to get 2 cuts instead of 4, I'm cool with that because the market's pricing it in. Now, all of a sudden, we get some economic data that looks good and juicy and puts pressure on the Fed and other central banks around the globe to then lower rates. Well, we were expecting 2, and then all of a sudden you're telling me we might get 3? Well, that would be freaking great for crypto, and that would definitely send us moving. But the market's paying attention to macros. And honestly, the world is paying attention to macros. We're having a big geopolitical shift. We're going to see how that affects the financial markets out there and how it affects tariffs and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, we got some wild times ahead, of which I believe are going to be mostly positive. Now, what did I do today? I did work out today. I played some basketball. I actually worked out really hard yesterday. Today was a recovery day. I played some basketball. I'm probably going to hit the indoor trainer later. I'm still not 100%. I've got to travel soon. My race was canceled this weekend because we're supposed to have snow here in South Carolina. That's kind of messed up, SA. And I got to get ready for a big race in March. I got a lot to do, which means I got to go. Choo-choo, bitches.